judging by Mick's reaction there, Niall, you rejected my suggestion before the game that this would be a meaningless game or a game without value for Ireland. And I think you've been proven right, judging by Mick.
Oh, huge value for them players to come in now and put pressure on all the other ones. I tell you what will happen now. There'll be senior players, say Hendrick, McLean even, who come on as sub. McCarthy's off out in the distance. Robinson, they'll be saying, wow, the youngsters are doing really well. And that's what a squad needs. It's energy into a squad, because a lot of them proved themselves tonight. And he said, you know, I like the way he talked about Brown and Cullen. He went, they showed me I can put them in my midfield from now on. That's a big wake-up call to the others. I'm Glenn Whelan now and thinking, wow, there's real pressure on. These guys are knocking on the door. And that's all they could do. But you know what? It energises us as well, because we feel there's players coming through.
There's depth there.
There's depth to the squad. And you see by the big beaming smile on Mick's face, it meant a lot to us tonight. And we're on a bit of a roll, if you like, as a team, but that tonight just puts more fuel, more energy.
Kevin, you were focusing on that midfield area specifically. What did you make of it?
Well, I wanted to see them before the game, or I spoke about them before the game, should I say, because I wanted to have a look at them. I think that's where we've been lacking. I think that's not just recently, I think we've been lacking over a number of years. And I'm really pleased that Mick mentioned Alan Brown and Josh Cullen, because I thought that they both play well. Alan Brown here, simple pass out wide, but how often have we lacked just that simple pass, changing play? Josh Cullen prepared to go past someone, bringing the fullback into play, changing the direction of the attack. Alan Brown here broke up play, passed it forward. I've seen him do this lots of times, Alan Brown. Now, I actually had him over at Hull when he was 16 years of age.
You discovered him, didn't you?
Well, I wouldn't say that. It was actually the brilliant Irish scout, John Fallon, rang me up and said, look, have a look at this kid. I got in contact with Ringmahan Rangers. I spoke to Connor down there. They actually wanted an initial fee of €2,500 to bring him to Hull, and Hull refused to pay it. And I was gutted, because I saw he had real potential to play in midfield. He could do a job at full-back. I'm so pleased for him that he scored tonight, because he was a player that I saw immediately that he could go on now and go to the next level. And to be honest, if there's any club I wanted to see outside Hull at the time sign him, it was Preston North End. He went to Cork initially, then Preston signed him, and he's done.
Were you on a commission for that £2.5?
No, I'm not. No, but Connor at Ringmahan will be on to me now. I'll tell you now. Hopefully, I'm now.
So that's all positive, Niall. And then the Bulgarian goal goes in, and it's a bit of a disappointing one to concede, specifically for Cyrus Christie.
Cyrus Christie, yeah. I mean, they get a penalty, and Cyrus, I thought, has more experience and to deal with this punt forward than the way he should open up his body and pull that back away from danger, but he sets it up so well for the onrushing attacker. Goes into Crave here, who's clever enough from trickery. He gets around Egan, who's disappointed, kicks the ball away. But it was such poor defending, poor awareness, understanding of the danger. OK, so Egan gets penalised there for tripping the tricky Crave up. Popov puts the ball away, but Cyrus Christie, that was rank bad defending.
Yeah, it was disappointing.
I thought Tommy, he had probably two options. Yes, pull the ball away, get your touch right, taking it away, or just put your head through it, go and clear it. And he didn't do either there, no.
Now, Kevin, there's a lot of people around Irish football who have been raving about Jack Byrne's performances for Shamrock Rovers this season. And, you know, we've always known about his talent. I mean, was this a very significant night for him to come into the squad, train with the players through the week and come on and deliver a contribution like that tonight?
Yeah, most definitely. I've seen a lot of him this season playing for Shamrock Rovers, and I think early on the season when I'd seen him playing, I don't think he was having a major influence on games in the final third of the pitch. Tonight, he's come on to the scene tonight, and he's just embraced the game. He's done exactly what he's been doing recently for Rovers. Getting the ball, little flick here, turning away from players. Look at his first touch, going away from defender, then the ability to go and pick the cross out. Everything was positive. Delighted that he set up the goal as well. It was a great ball put into a dangerous area. But this is nothing that Mick McCarthy wouldn't have been aware of. Can he do it on the international stage?
That's the question.
He's proved it. He's proved it now.
Against a Bulgarian second-choice team?
Well, I'm not saying, second choice, however you want to put it. He's done it international scene. The pressure that's on him coming into this game, that's the thing above anything. So he might not necessarily start in the Swiss and Georgia games, but that's a great option for Mick McCarthy now. If you look at him and think, he can come on and change a game for me, that's brilliant. And I think he's put himself right in Mick McCarthy's thoughts tonight.
There's not many with his skills out there, and there's not not many that get the mixed seal of approval. I think the way he even said proper centre forward about James Collins. You're raving about his role in that.
I was.
Well,
I actually jumped up out of the seat when he controlled this and laid it off. And Kevin tell you, I went, that's proper centre forward. Look, the big centre half, he takes it on his thigh, lays it off, and makes his way into the box. That's just absolutely class. We haven't had that for quite a while. Kevin Doyle, maybe the last who could do it. Jack Byrne plays a great ball out, so that's more great play. But just look at him. He manages to find himself between two defenders, follows everything in. Enda Stevens, what a class ball across. Look at Stevens make his gallop around the left back. And Jack Byrne sees it, knows that he's there, but what a ball across. He's just onside, reaches out. I actually shouted at him, head it, but he took it on the volley, and I'm so pleased for him because he's a proper centre forward. He's coming up the hard way, and what a manager he has now, and what belief Mick McCarthy has in him. Again, another reason why this was not a meaningless game. I think we've got another player who will help Mick McCarthy out.
He's in a problem area.
What Collins is different. He plays up against defenders. David McGoldrick has been probably Mick McCarthy's best player, but he likes to drop deep. He likes to get involved. He can play as a number 10. Collins is a number 9.
Emotions for Jack Byrne. Really proud night for him with his first cap and first goal for Alan Brown on his 5th cap. Here's how the table sits, by the way. Obviously, friendly action tonight, but we're looking forward to next month, and just absolutely massive games in the pipeline. Georgia away and Switzerland away. How much will what happened tonight feed into what Mick is thinking about those games and about players he might call on? Or is this just something in the back of the mind for maybe down the line?
It's a little bit more than that. I think he will probably have, depending on what his options are for, because Enda Stevens has had his 2 yellows. It looks Doherty and hope that he's fit and maybe play him left side and Seamus right side. So I think that's pretty nailed on that should happen. I think he'll probably look and say, OK, there's a spark there. He's got players like Brown that showed what they've got tonight, like Jack Byrne. So he's got something there for a spark. And we know the way Mick operates. We know him forever. OK, we'll have tried and tested Glenn Whelans. We'll have Hendrick. We'll have Robbie Brady's. But he'll be thinking, do you know what? I can get them at it now because they'll know I have no problem putting 1 or 2 of them lads in if that's what I'm. They're not out of the team by any stretch. I don't say Robbie Brady's out of the team. But now
that's what you want.
It's a wake-up call. And any sport, you need to be pushed.
I think out of those games, though, Tommy, there's pressure on lads now. Mick spoke about it before the game time that they get now with the clubs leading into that Georgia and Switzerland game. There is pressure on them. They have to get in the team now, cement a place in the team in the club level to get in mixed thoughts now because there's a lot of lads that have done well.
And the under-21s winning 3-1 in Sweden tonight. Really, really positive day for Irish football.